Hey guys, this is Samir for Digit.in and today we're going to be reviewing the Asus Zenwatch 2. Now Asus has gone with an if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a design philosophy with this smartwatch, but it has of course added those finishing touches that were left when compared to the previous generation of this smartwatch. But is it worth your hard-earned cash? Well, we're about to find out, and let's kick things off with the build and design. The Asus Zenwatch 2 sports a squarish dial similar to the Apple Watch but with much thicker bezels than that device. These bezels and the plastic back cover are my only issues with the Zenwatch's design. Of course, looks are subjective to the user, but there's no denying that the metal on the Zenwatch feels premium enough that costs 12,000 rupees. If you thought the Moto 360 2nd Gen looked premium, then the Asus Zenwatch is right up there. It weighs 60 grams, which makes it light enough to wear throughout the day. In comparison to the Apple Watch, which weighs 50 grams, while the Samsung Gear S2 is slightly lighter at 47 grams, you get the idea of how it feels. If you've used any of these smartwatches in the past, then the Zenwatch's weight shouldn't be an issue. It's nowhere as heavy as the Titan Juxt. Overall, if you're looking for an inexpensive but premiumly designed smartwatch, then the Asus Zenwatch 2 should do the trick. The device is also IP67 certified, which means that water splashes is not a problem. However, I'd still advise keeping the leather strap away from water. The Asus Zenwatch 2 has a 1.63-inch AMOLED display with a 320 by 320 pixel resolution. This gives it a 278 ppi pixel density. While the thick bezels may not seem like much of an issue with the Zenwatch, you really realize its effect when you turn the display on. With slim bezels, the watch would have looked better and the watch faces would have emulated analog watches more closely. The pixel density is good enough, though it's not as high as the Gear S2. Each time I turn the display on, I couldn't help but notice the thick bezels conflict with the appearance. Now there are two things which are really cool when it comes to the Zenwatch 2. The first is that you can very easily replace the straps. Now this might seem like a very common thing, but you'd be surprised at the number of smartwatches available in the market where it's really tedious to remove the straps and change it. The second thing is that you can customize almost every watch face that's available. Now personally, I'm someone that really likes the battery indicator to be right up there the minute you look at your watch, and the fact that you can customize the watch faces and add the battery level indicator there, that's a very good thing. On the performance front, the Snapdragon 400 SoC on the Zenwatch 2 is quite responsive, but the problem with Android Wear remains in the fact that it isn't intuitive enough. Using touch and voice to navigate around a watch feels cumbersome at times, and in the 2 weeks that I've spent with the watch, I haven't actually wanted to reply to a message from the watch even once. Asus has done well to add a hardware button on the side which turns the display on and off, but it may have made the watch too dependent on it. My biggest quibble with the Zenwatch 2 is the fact that the display wouldn't come on when I flicked my wrist. It didn't always work. But not all is perfect with the Zenwatch 2. I mean, it lacks a heart rate sensor, something that we take for granted when you are investing in a smartwatch. And as far as fitness is concerned, well, I don't think you can rely too much. I mean, it will give you the number of steps you've taken and the number of hours you've slept, but relying on a smartwatch for accurate fitness measurements, it'll be pushing it. Perhaps the strongest aspect of the Zenwatch 2 is the battery life. At reasonable brightness and with ambient display turned off, the Zenwatch 2 lasted for a full 48 hours on full charge. It's not the ideal battery life, but more than what smartwatches like the Moto 360, Samsung Gear S2, LG Watch Urbane and the Apple Watch can offer. It has a 400 mAh battery. Now of course for the million-dollar question, should you buy the Asus Zenwatch 2? Well, take into account a few facts to consider first. It's a good-looking watch. It's priced cheaper than other Android Wear smartwatches out there in the market, especially if you see the likes of the Moto 360, the 2nd generation, and others which are closer to the 20,000 or sub 20,000 rupee price point. At 12,000 rupees, the features on offer out here are great if you're someone that's hell-bent on buying an Android Wear device for your Android smartphone. But the only downside is, of course, the fitness tracking in this isn't great. The way it tracks it doesn't have a heart rate sensor. It can't track your steps or your sleep extremely accurately. But for the basic Android Wear functionality, what it offers for its price is great. It looks great and it has a battery life of 2 days. Beat that. As always, you can let us know in the comment section below if you have any questions about this device, and we will do our best to answer it. You can hit the like button if you like this video, and for more videos like this, you can always subscribe to the Digit YouTube channel. We'll catch you in another video.